we do have ourselves a new item. We have the blue amulet, heirloom of the Gemma family, shines with a pale and frigid light. And we are almost completely done with items. The only thing that we need is that 6th book of Ys. Although I do have to point out kind of a flaw in the plan here. They're like, you can't let Dark Fact have all the books of Ys, so let's gather them up and then go up to him and hope for the best. Like, what happens if I lose? Then he just has all 6 of them. Like, why can't we hide them with Luda Gemma or something? Either way, though, we have a few notes to go over before I backtrack kind of on back up to where we were. We have 4 new enemies to go over. We have the Vilvan, found in Darm Tower's mirror maze, a creature built from intertwining mushroom fibers filled with deadly nerve toxins. Beware the dire grip of its sinuous tentacles. There's lots of sinew in there. Then we have a Wile Wearer, guardian of the silver armor in Darm Tower's mirror maze. Wears thick armor, but its intelligence is the real threat. Chases down intruders with intent to behead. Wouldn't say it was that bad. Also notice these guys really do give you experience still. How you can make it here and still not be level 10, I'm not entirely sure, but they still give you experience if you need it. Then we have the Irebolgs, a soulless steel-armored sentry guarding Rado's annex around floor 15 of the Tower of Darm, ordered to dispose any intruders who attempt to gain entry. Then we have a Molfess, a mud-like monster dwelling within Rado's annex, digests through absorption and moves far quicker than one would expect. Will eat anyone, human and monster alike. Tell me how tanky it is. That's the tankiest monster that we have seen to this point. I think it's taken more hits than any monster has throughout this entire playthrough, and yet you're saying nothing about that. We only have 6 more monsters to see here, but we do have 2 more bosses, don't we? All right, so that is what I wanted to show off there. Oh, I should mention about Khan's Klard here. Even though it says 5,000 experience, it actually gives you 10,000. They give it to you twice. It's a bug, but once again, I have no idea how you can make it this far and not be at full experience. So in case you were short, they could glitch you up to where you need to be. Also, with both Luda Gemma and Raba, I'm told that if you use the heal potion around them, they will show the animation as if they got healed, but they don't get healed. You can't heal him or Raba, even though they look like they could use some healing. All right, I'll meet you back up around the annex. I'll let you guys know. Out on the balcony of floor number 15, we are ready to move forward. Let's head inside, and we will head up the stairs here to floor 16. Remember, we went to the annex through the south here. Instead, we're going to go northwest and head up to floor number 17. Floor number 17 is not only my least favorite floor, it's probably my least favorite part of this entire game. The reason is because there's narrow passages like this, and this one over here has enemies in it, and you can lure them out. That does help. I would recommend not killing them if you do that, but I went ahead and killed one of them. I probably need a different ring for this. Let's put on the power ring. That's probably going to be the best for me. Unfortunately, because it is such a narrow passage, these enemies are unavoidable. I have to get hit by them. So we're going to head down as far as we can go. All right, that worked out so much better than I anticipated, and so much better than it has for me ever before, really. Usually there's like 5 of them in there, and they just keep coming, and I end up with less than 100 HP by the time I'm all the way through. But that worked out very well. I'm actually kind of surprised. So these are Kelmorels. They're like battle scorpions. They will wreck your day if you let them. Mostly because they take so many hits. But if you struggled, They are nice enough to give you a heal potion here, but they aren't nice enough to let you actually use tactics against the Kelmorels. So you give and take. And as you might notice, their strength is actually above 255. Just throwing that out there. But we can head out here, get ourselves back up to full health, and then move on. So we are ready to head up further up the tower, but we will encounter new enemies along the way. We do have Selnargs here. I think that's number 2 of the 6 that we needed, right? We're finding a lot of the enemies. They're going pretty quick. You might be anticipating we're getting near the end of the game. You would be right. You would be very right. Actually, I think I want to go through the northeastern one first. I think that is the one that I'm actually aiming for. Yeah, you guys can hit me. It's okay. It's only like 5-6 damage each time. I think this is the one that I want to go through first. I do not think that this is actually required, floor number 19 here, but we're going to take it nonetheless. We're going to head over to the other entrance and head in. And over here, we can find more new enemies. These are Cryoloses. Sure, let's go with that. We'll kill at least a couple of them. They do hit fairly hard. But on the other side here... Ah, right, okay. I can do this, but notice that these guys are here. That usually means that it's a trap, and this is no exception. But we're going to get hit by the trap because it doesn't teleport us too far. It just teleports us, right over here. In order to actually get through that, we will need to equip the blue necklace again. And we can earn ourselves the battle armor as a result. The ultimate armor of the game. And we have maxed out our defense, 255 defense. Battle armor. Armor imbued with the power of flame can withstand any attack. As we already know, that's not true. It does hit, or it does absorb a lot of damage, but it doesn't absorb everything, and I think it's not nice to imply otherwise, to be honest with you. At least these guys aren't hitting nearly as hard as they were before. Was that 1 damage? Was that 1 damage? I think it was. That's actually a little crazy that it's down to that already. All right. Back out. We're going to go to the right because I just go to the right. And we're getting very close. Very close. We only need the sword. We need 1 more book. And I think that is it in terms of items. We still have a couple notes to go through, but as you can see, these guys are like not hitting me for anything anymore. Don't worry though, there will still be monsters that do a number on me. And I do mean a number, a high number as it turns out. All right, so up here, up to floor 19, and then up to floor number 20. Now, I'm going to actually drop a save here because I am actually a little nervous because those really bad enemies that do a high number of damage on me, they're on the other side of this. Okay, for this, I have equipped the power ring. If you are in the higher difficulties, you will need the timer ring because these guys will be faster than you, but at this level, they should not be faster than me. So, we are going to head forward, and I'm going to run to the right. Don't stop. Let them run after you for the time being. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. All right, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. I think we got him locked there. All right, we got a Twarth. We killed a Twarth. Let's run back. Now he respawned on me. All right, we'll head in here. Notice how he hit me there at the end. That's not cool at all. All right, let's see what we can do against these guys. They are lined up. Hopefully I can kind of freeze them in place. It doesn't always work, though. That's the problem. As you might have noticed, they do 15 damage each time. So let's try this. I think I got him locked. All right. And we have made it through, earning ourselves the Flame Sword. Those guys are not easy by any means. put the heal ring back on. But we got ourselves the Flame Sword, the best sword in the game, an unmatchably strong, fiery blade. Nothing can stand against it, except probably Tworth's. Now we are at max. We've maxed out our strength. We've maxed out our defense. All we need now is the last Book of Ys. Let's go over the notes that we have so far. We have all but 2 filled out now. We have the Kelmorels. They dwell on floor 17 of Darm Tower, charges its opponents in a straight line, making short work of them. Best not to attack a Kelmorel head on, lest you be quickly gored. Then we have the Selnarg, a hand-selected Rifligan inhabiting floor 18 of Darm Tower, the elitist of the elite, boasting sword techniques other monsters could only dream of. Then we have the Kryolos, inhabits floor 19 of Darm Tower, a warrior with talons on both arms, as well as armor layered upon naturally scaly skin. Will not break its stride no matter what. And finally, we have the Tworth, inhabits floor 20 of Darm Tower, the strongest warrior amongst the monsters by leaps and bounds. Attempting to take on more than one at a time is suicide. They don't give us an option, though. That's the only way that we can take them on. But I feel like hanging out here until I get back up to full health. Sounds like a plan to me. There comes a time in a lot of the older Japanese RPGs where it's just smarter to run from random encounters. This is one of those times. Luckily, it is only on the 20th floor here, but really, unless you're trying to complete your bestiary or you're in desperate need of experience, which I can't imagine at this point, I would really not recommend taking on more of those guys than you absolutely have to. If you're trying to, my only recommendation is to try to single one of them out. It's not going to be easy, though, but we can head through the door here to another maze. This maze does have both of our new enemies, our last 2 new regular enemies. The first one is a Eucraeus. Let's go with that. He's got a little lightsaber, doesn't he? Let's hope that's what he's doing with that. All right, and we can take these guys on. As you can see, not nearly as difficult as the Tworths. But these guys are a little bit more difficult. These are Bordishes. They are demons. Kind of remind me of Ifrit a bit. But the Bordish is not nearly that bad compared to what we had to go through there with the Tworths. All right, let's head through the door here. This guy kind of spawns right on top of you, but this is a really good area to try to get your health back if you need to, like I do. The Bordishes, they're not too nice. All right, so we need to head through the left one here. The Bordish will come pretty soon here. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Stop it. No. All right, down he goes. And there you can see a scary door. And I'm scared of the scary door because it's a scary door. I think we all know what's on the other side of it, but we will try to take out the Bordishes before I actually head over there. Okay, not too bad. Not too long of a wait here. We will wait, though, till I have full health, and then we will... Actually, let's put on the heal potion just in case. I hopefully will not need it, but just in case. Let's head through the mirror here, and we can get boss time. We are up against 2 heads. You can only hit the one with the horn. What am I doing? Why am I going over there? You can only hit the one with the horn, the single horn, that's kind of yellowish, a little bit orange. If you're playing the Eternal version, I believe it is mostly orange. That's the only one that you can hit. The projectiles flying around it are the things that damage you, so you want to avoid them if at all possible. It requires a little bit of practice, and I still do not have enough practice, to be honest. But as long as I get through it with just one hit, like I did not do there, then I'll be happy. I am not happy right now. As you can see, I'm not doing so great. Typically, though, you kind of want to run with the projectiles so that you get more time to try to get your hit in on the head. Notice how it just keeps switching, though. That's gonna just kind of be a theme here. All right, I'm doing a little bit better. Like I said, I'm not particularly good at this boss. All right, there. There. Okay. Getting a little bit better. Getting the hang of it a little bit more. Got hit, but you know what? I'm okay with that. As long as I only get hit once, I'll be happy. So once I said I was doing all right, then, you know, bad things started happening. Eventually, it will get a little bit easier, I think. But when there's 4... Oh, my God, that was terrible. What was I doing there? At this point, it's not so easy. All right. So now we can start eliminating projectiles. Now there's only 3. We have a gap for me to go in and then just completely whiff. I can just completely whiff. I have not been playing well today. As I just continually just keep showing here, I am not playing well. Damn it. We have this. All right. There. We're getting there. All right, now we're down to just 2. They do move faster when there are fewer of them, right? They're like Space Invaders that way, but ultimately, when there are less of them, it's a little bit easier. Unless you're an idiot. Oh, I am such an idiot, too. All right, through there. I'm winning, though. I'm winning. Patience is key, and I am not being key right now. All right, now that there's just 1, it's a lot easier. A lot easier. Of course, on the higher difficulties, these things move faster, which is one of the reasons why I'm at the difficulty that I'm at. All right, 1 more, I think? Of course, having the flame sword is pretty good for this. All right, there we go. I got hit at the end, but I'm okay with that. And we've won! Get back up to full health. And the mirror in the back shatters. We are ready to move forward. And we don't get too much for that, do we? But we can head up the stairs. Apparently they didn't want to put anything on the other floors, so we make it up to floor number 25. Before we head through, though, there's a few more notes I wanted to go over. We have the Eucraeus, a cruel magician inhabiting Darm Tower's mirror maze, cloaked and wields a magic sword, able to freely move amongst the mirrors, and enjoys toying with its mark. And the Bordiche, a fearsome ogre inhabiting Darm Tower's mirror maze, uses its sculpted body as a weapon and manages to outperform the Eucraeus despite having no real defense. That is absolutely true. That is the last of the normal enemies. We do have 1 additional boss here. We have the Yoglex and Amulgun. Let's go with that. 2 heads may be better than 1, but these 2 are worse than anything. As they come in for the attack, 1 head is real and the other illusory. When damage is dealt, the 2 tag off. They just keep on switching. And we find ourselves in front of another scary door. I'm going to drop a save.